Your move, your move.
Somewhere in the darkness of your neighbor's basements, or deep within the bowel of your local graphic novel distributor, lives a little known and misunderstood underground subculture of fantastical proportions. Yu-Gi-Oh! The King of Games, one of many in the world of tabletop trading card games, among other notable mentions such as Magic the Gathering and Pokemon, forming a three-party apartheid that steals hundreds of thousands of children's allowances a year.
And you are all about to become obscenely rich.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Official Card Game is a Japanese collectible card game developed and published by Konami. It is based on the fictional game of Duel Monsters created by comic artist Kazuki Takahashi, which is the main plot device during the majority of his popular comic Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Nihon Ad Systems animated series Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters GX, and Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
Its technology is unprecedented.
Looks like a flying saucer.
Don't be an idiot. This is the most state-of-the-art display modulator ever built. So if you think you have what it takes to handle it, just strap it on.
The Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Game, often shortened TCG, was first launched by Konami in 1999. It was named the top-selling trading card game in the world by Guinness World Records on July 7, 2009, having sold over 22 billion cards worldwide. The trading card game continues to gain popularity as it is played around the world, mostly in Japan, North America, Europe, and Australia.
Okay, now what happens?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a strategy card game in which players use monsters, spells, and traps in order to damage their opponent. Each player has a set number of life points, typically 8,000, and a deck of 40 to 60 cards. Taking turns, going through several phases, the player wins when he or she manages to reduce his or her opponent's life points to 0.
No! I lost!
Or the opponent is unable to draw cards in his or her draw phase. There are also some cards with automatic victory conditions, such as Exodia, the Forbidden One.
Now let's join a duel about to get started. Welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Masters Tournament Championship Round. I'm your host and expert duel commentator, Joey JoJo Jr. Shabadoo. We've got a great championship duel here for you today. Using the black deck is Tricky Dick Dickerson, and using the red deck is Frightening Freddy Fitzgerald. Looks like Dickerson will be taking the first turn. Both players draw their first 5 cards, and the duel begins. Each player must begin their turn by drawing a card from the deck. A little background info before we get underway. Each player has their own field, which consists of 5 monster card zones and 5 spell and trap card zones. Each player is allowed 1 normal summon or set per turn, and a monster can either be summoned in face-up attack position or face-down defense position. Players may also set as many spell or trap cards as they wish per turn. However, a trap card must be set for 1 turn before it can be used. Now, back to the duel. Dickerson lays a face-down card in his monster card zone, as well as 1 face-down spell or trap card. Looks like Dickerson ends his turn as he passes the coin to Fitzgerald. Freddy draws his first card and starts his turn. He lays a face down and summons the Red Eyes Black Chick. Will he use its effect? There are many monster cards that have special abilities. Yes, he uses the Black Jig's effect to perform a special summon. He brings out the powerful Red Eyes Black Dragon.
And once he sees what I got in store for him, he's gonna be the one in the dirt. Check this out. Red Eyes Black Dragon.
That's one powerful monster. Let's see what he does with it. Looks like he's going to attack with it.
Inferno Fire Blast!
Can Tricky Dick's monster withstand it? No! It's destroyed and sent to the card graveyard. Looks like Tricky Dick isn't too happy about that. Luckily, he didn't take any life point damage since his monster was in defense mode. And with that, Frightening Freddy ends his turn. Let's see if Tricky Dick can come back. He draws and places another face down in his spell or trap card zone. I wonder what his strategy here is. After setting another monster, he ends his turn. He's in a tough spot here. Freddy draws to start his turn, and he summons his Flame Veil Guard. Tuner monsters are a special type of card that allows a player to synchro summon, a type of special summoning that brings out very powerful monsters. Looks like Freddy's going for a synchro. Yes, he summoned the mighty Red Dragon Archfiend.
Now feel the power of my Red Dragon Archfiend!
Dragon Archfiend is a level 8 Dark Attribute Synchro monster. It has 3,000 attack points and 2,000 defense points.
That is one powerful monster. Dickerson's in real trouble now. Fitzgerald declares an attack with his monster. But what's this? Tricky Dick's activated a trap card, Shadow Spell. This trap prevents the monster it's attached to from attacking and lowers its attack points by 700. Looks like all Freddy can do now is end his turn. Tricky Dick starts his turn by drawing and lays another monster face down. He's playing very defensively, so it'll be difficult to damage his opponent's life points. Could he have some other kind of strategy? Back to Freddy, whose monster is still caught in that trap. Let's see what he'll do. He summons a Masked Dragon in attack mode and removes it from play to special summon his Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon is a level 10 Dragon-type monster with 2,800 attack and 2,400 defense. Its special ability allows its controller to special summon one Dragon-type monster from his or her hand or graveyard once per turn. He uses its ability to bring out Red Eyes Black Dragon from the graveyard. He attacks with the Darkness Metal Dragon and destroys Dickerson's monster. But what's this? It's a Sangan! Sangan allows its controller to add one monster with 1,500 or less attack from his deck to his hand when it is sent from the field to the graveyard. Seeing what he gets might give us an insight into his strategy. I couldn't quite see what he took, but it'll surely help him win this duel. Fitzgerald now attacks with his Red Eyes Black Dragon and destroys Dickerson's Emissary of the Afterlife, another monster with the same effect as Sangan. Let's try and see what he gets this time. Wait a minute. That looked like a piece of Exodia. Could that be his strategy? To call forth the Forbidden One? We'll have to wait and see as Fitzgerald ends his turn. Tricky Dick starts his turn and lays down a face down. Oh my! He's activated the spell card Monster Reborn. This will let him special summon a monster from either player's graveyard to his side of the field. He brings back his Emissary of the Afterlife and sacrifices it immediately to summon Jinzo from his hand. This will let him bring another monster from his deck to his hand. Jinzo is a level 6 machine-type monster with 2,400 attack points and 1,500 defense points. Its ability negates all trap cards on the field. That will end Tricky Dick's turn as he searches for another Exodia piece, no doubt. He's already brought 3 to his hand, and he may already have had 1 there. If he gets all 5 to his hand, he automatically wins the duel. Let's see what Fitzgerald will do now. Oh! He plays the spell card, Lightning Vortex. By discarding 1 card from his hand to the graveyard, he destroys all face-up monsters his opponent controls. So long, Jinzo. Now it looks like he's going to use Red Eye's Darkness Metal Dragon's effect to bring back his tuner monster. He's going for another Synchro Summon. He brings out Stardust Dragon.
Hey, look familiar? He should. After all, this is your Stardust Dragon.
Stardust Dragon is a level 8 wind attribute synchro monster. It has 2,500 attack points and 2,000 defense points.
Now he's activating his trap card, Call of the Haunted. Looks like he wants to special summon a monster from his graveyard. Oh my! But Tricky Dick counters with a trap of his own, 7 Tools of the Bandit. At the cost of 1,000 life points, he negates Freddy's trap card. Ouch! Freddy gets his revenge by attacking Dickerson's life points directly. He's down to 1,700 now. Looks like Tricky Dick's running out of tricks. Let's see if his next card can turn things around for him. Oh my god! He's done it! It's Exodia!
Draw your last pathetic card so I can end this, Yugi.
My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba. But it does contain the unstoppable Exodia.
Impossible!
I've assembled all 5 special cards, all 5 pieces of the puzzle.
Exodia! It's not possible! No one's ever been able to call him!
Exodia! Obliterate!
Tricky Dick Dickerson is the winner! Wow, what a duel! Now that we've seen how a duel is played, let's take a look at a first-timer entering the tournament circuit. What's your name?
Just call me Whit.
Alright, and how long have you been playing Yu-Gi-Oh?
Not very long. It's actually the first tournament I'm gonna enter.
Yeah? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, hope not to get embarrassed.
What kind of deck are you running?
It's actually a zombie deck. It revolves around graveyard control and summoning other people's monsters.
You worried about what these kids are running?
Oh, I'm sure they've been playing much longer. They got better cards, but just doing it for fun. See what happens.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
As Whip prepares mentally for the task at hand, we enter the tournament grounds. As the tournament bracket is prepared, Whit scouts his competition for his first ever tournament. As the tournament gets underway, Whit faces his first opponent, who is using an Exodia deck.
Lost 2 out of 3. Really? So I won 1. Not bad.
After suffering defeat at the hands of his first and second opponents, Whit takes on his final challenge, a young man using a Lightsworn deck, a new type of deck that is very powerful and very formidable.
I lost all 3 matches.
All 3 matches?
All 3 matches.
How does that make you feel?
Like I need to get better.
We now join Whit as he discusses the tournament results.
Okay, so tell me what you thought about your first tournament.
Oh, my first tournament was interesting. I got beat a lot, but it was fun. Saw how other people play, some different strategies, tactics to use during matches.
All right. How would you rate your overall performance?
Oh, I definitely need improvement. I made a couple mistakes and it cost me some duels.
All right. Would you consider playing in another tournament anytime soon?
Not until I revamp my deck, change some things around. Then maybe.
What kind of things do you think you could do to improve your playing?
Add some different magic and trap cards, some support cards to help me get my monster effects going.
All right. Would you run a different type of deck if you played again?
I already made a different type of deck.
What kind of deck was that?
I made a machine deck.
Oh yeah. What's that involve?
High attack monsters. Pretty much just beating down my opponent.
All right. Well, thanks for participating in this whole thing.
Thank you.
All right.